Right, Derek?
Okay. Well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Derek Sandbothe, and I am a Special Olympics Missouri athlete leader, as well as a Special Olympics Missouri staff member. I am very honored to be here, to be joined today by two great leaders of one of our Special Olympics statewide partners, the Knights of Columbus. Here today, we have current State Deputy Bob Hawkins and State Deputy-elect Mike Grozinski. Bob and Mike, thank you so much for being with us today.
You're welcome, Derek. Very happy to be here.
Likewise.
This will serve as the very first of our panel discussions that we will host during our SOMOatHome programming. The purpose of this panel is to allow you, the Special Olympics Missouri athletes, families, and fans to get to know more about Special Olympics Missouri and our statewide partnership with the Knights of Columbus. If you didn't know, the Knights of Columbus has raised over $280,000 this past year. They are also wrapping up a $1.2 million challenge to complete our Training for Life campus. On top of that, they are the people that we can always count on to volunteer, serve as our honor guard, provide meals, coach, serve as unified partners, and some of our greatest fans. We can't thank you enough, Bob and Mike, and all the Missouri Knights of Columbus members for all you do for us athletes. It really means the world to us. I wanted to give you two a chance to introduce yourselves. Bob, you are finishing out your time as state deputy this month. And Mike, you are getting ready to start your time as state deputy as of next month as well. Maybe you can both tell us where you were from and how long you've been involved with the Knights of Columbus.
Okay. This is Bob talking. I'm from Baldwin, Missouri, and I've been a Knight for 34 years.
Okay. My name is Mike Grozinski. I grew up in a small town of about 1,000 people in central Nebraska. After that, I lived in Iowa for 7 years, and actually I joined the Knights of Columbus when I lived in Iowa about 32 years ago, I believe it is. And I have been in Maryville, Missouri now for the past 26 years, and that's where that's where I live right now.
Oh, okay. Bob, tell us about your role as state deputy and some of the highlights of your experience. Like, what are you most proud of?
Well, I am most proud of the Knights of Columbus reaching the $1.2 million challenge that we've done over the past 6 years. And over the last 2 years, we've raised $430,000 in that time, which is pretty remarkable, because generally when you start a challenge, the easy money is at the beginning. And we did very well here at the end in raising that money. So.
Well, that's very impressive. I mean, our athletes can't thank you guys enough. Mike, how did you become a state deputy, and what are you looking forward to doing during your time?
Oh, well, I mean, to become a state deputy, you I'll say you work your way up the ladder. You start out at the council level, and then you become a district deputy, and then you become a chairman, then you become a director. So I've been working at this for about 12, 14 years, so something like that. No, 16 years. Again, kind of whatever. I say the time flies because I enjoy doing it. And one of the things I really enjoy, especially, is working with Special Olympics. That's just one of my favorite aspects of the things that the Knights of Columbus support. What am I looking forward to? That's a great question, because it's an I don't know question, because I'm kind of finding out right now all the administrative type of things. Bob is probably chuckling of knowing all of the paperwork and things that he had to fill out a couple of years ago. And you just kind of get inundated with that. Once I can get past that point, I guess I'm just really looking forward to being able to travel around the state and be with my brother Knights of Columbus members. And again, many of those are Special Olympics athletes and families and things like that. But getting to know them, all of them better, and just like I said, working with them and making sure that if they have a need of some sort, and if we can help provide some sort of assistance, if I'm meeting that the Knights can help provide some sort of assistance, that's what I'm there for, to just kind of make sure that they know of the programs that we have, and yeah, make sure that everybody is taken care of.
Gosh, that really says a lot about what the Knights of Columbus really means to not just the communities, but to us athletes and our families and friends as well. We can't thank you guys enough. Bob, tell us why the Knights of Columbus are partnering with Special Olympics and what the partnership means to the Knights of Columbus.
Sure.
And Mike, feel free to chime in anytime.
Sure. You know, our partnership stems from founder Eunice Kennedy Shriver's husband, Sergeant Shriver, and her brother, John F. Kennedy, president, who were both members of the Knights of Columbus. Our legacy of serving others, especially people with developmental disabilities, gives testament to the intense worth and dignity of every human being. It gives strength to those feeling adversity and the true strength of God's love. And that is our partnership.
I guess I'll add, one of the things that the Knights of Columbus is most known for is the Tootsie Rolls. And I mean, you know, when some people think that's all we do, it's obviously not, but that's probably what we're most known for. And of course, much of that money that we raise in terms of those Tootsie Roll drives, or actually, as we have branded it now, Drive for Persons with Developmental Disabilities, goes to Special Olympics, but it also goes to other programs that are assisting other programs for developmentally disabled throughout the state. But again, obviously, one of our biggest organizations that we donate the money to is, of course, Special Olympics.
And we can be so proud of that. You guys should be very happy with yourselves for, you know, all the different things you guys have accomplished over your time served and stuff with the Knights of Columbus. That really says a lot, and it means a lot to all of us to know that we had that kind of support. You both have also been longtime volunteers and supporters of Special Olympics. What are your favorite Special Olympic moments?
Well, mine, there's a couple, and one of them was when I received this baton for our Special Olympics for the work that I've done. And the second was last year in the Spring Games, I was able to present a young woman with her letter jacket, and that really was meant a lot to me. And just being a part of this Training for Life Center of raising the money, being there for the grand opening, and hopefully being there for the subsequent reopening whenever we get that opportunity, all means so much to me.
When I had the role of what was called our community director within the Knights of Columbus, and that's kind of really when I became a volunteer, because the Special Olympics falls under the community area, and that's when I started volunteering at the state games, the state outdoor games, that is. And oh boy, I mean, I tell people, be careful, because if you go one time, you're going to want to come back. You get hooked. It's just you're going to come back. I guarantee you, if you do it once, you're going to come back. But I have to give a shout out. I have to give praise to. There is an athlete from Maryville that he's a very good friend of mine, Danny Schieber. Danny, I hope you're listening, or I hope you hear this or see this at some time. But when he won a gold medal at the outdoor games, and he came over to me and he put his arm around me and he wanted a picture with me and his gold medal, because we're absolute buddies. That still by far is my most proudest moment of volunteering with Special Olympics. That will always live greatly in my heart.
So What do you see for the future of our partnerships?
I see continued success. You know, we are huge supporters, and we will continue to as long as we're able.
Absolutely. We're well, now that we got the hopefully we'll get the Training for Life Center back open, and then we can concentrate on getting more funds into the operational side of things. Right now, our funds are kind of a little split because a lot of them go towards getting the Training for Life Center back on track, and the other go to the kind of the operational side of things. But hopefully in the future that we've got more money that we can put into helping the operational side of things. And I think we have a few other things planned that we can kind of get some continuous funding happening, throughout the future through investment type things.
I want to chime in real quick. Sorry, this is Mary Neiswanger. I have the great honor of serving as the liaison for the Knights of Columbus Partnership with Special Olympics. And I also have the great privilege of working closely with Derek on staff. And Derek and I, when we were preparing for this panel discussion, something that came up and that I'm interested in knowing too, Derek said, I have a lot of family that are Knights of Columbus members. And so we were both just interested. He said he would love to know why you first joined the Knights of Columbus. I think that'd be interesting for everyone to hear.
Sure. I was not aware of the Knights of Columbus growing up. And a good friend of mine, John Marino, had joined the Knights, and he asked me, "Hey, would you like to join the Knights?" And I said, "Well, what do they do?" Because I had no idea. And he said, "Well, we do this Tootsie Roll, and we do all this work for people with developmental disabilities." And as soon as he told me that, I was like, "Yeah, that's my thing." That's why I joined.
Well, growing up, my father was not a joiner. He wouldn't join. He did not belong to any organizations. But in my church, I knew the Knights of Columbus for two things: the funny hats and the capes and the swords that they wore on special occasions. I thought that was really pretty cool. And second of all, by goodness, we knew a couple times a year, one time a year, we would get Tootsie Rolls. And we didn't, from a kid, my dad or mom would give me some money, and they would just give me a handful of Tootsie Rolls. I just thought that was awesome. So as soon as I was, I'll say, established, actually, my first son had just turned, he was born in March, and I joined the Knights of Columbus in December, because I wanted to make sure that we were able to get some financial security set up for our family, our young family. And I just never looked back. I've made so many friends. As I kind of say, growing up, I only have one sister. But now that I feel within the Knights of Columbus, I have 42,000 brothers, and they mess with me just like I would imagine my biological brothers would do. They kid me, they tease me. If I get too high and mighty, they pull me back down. So this is just absolutely my family, and I do consider the Special Olympics to be an adjoinement to that, an extension of that family as well.
So cool. Thank you both for sharing. I told Derek, you better be careful. I said, they're going to be recruiting you to become a Knight.
And he'll become one of our best recruiters if we can get you in there, I'm sure.
He would be a good one.
Well, thank you both so much. If you have any messages for any of our Special Olympics athletes, any advice that you would give to any athlete, what advice would you have for our athletes?
Don't give up. Every day is a different day, and make the best of every event. Everybody can make this a great thing, and do it with joy. And I think that would be a pretty good message to the athletes.
The motto, and I'm not going to be able to say it, but if I cannot win, let me do my best. It's, y'all know that motto. Those are such great words to live by, not just for Special Olympics athletes, but for everyone. We all need to do our best, and if we don't if we don't win, at least hopefully you do your best, and that's all we can ask anybody for. And just give praise to the Lord for all of our blessings, and that we're so happy that we are all together as this family.
That is very, very good. That's very strong message there, Mike. I mean, I don't think I could have said any better than that. So we are very, very thankful for your partnership, and we cannot wait to see what the future holds for both of our organizations. And if anyone wants to learn more about the Knights of Columbus and our Special Olympics partnership with the Knights, please visit our website, which is www.somo.org/Knights of Columbus. And also, to see more sessions like this one, follow #SOMOatHome on social media, or visit our website at www.somo.org/@home. Thank you to everyone watching. Please join me in thanking the Knights of Columbus for all that they do for us. I am Derek Sandbothe, signing off from #SOMOatHome. Thank you all so much for being here.
Thank you, Mike and Bob. And if there are any athletes, Knights of Columbus, anyone watching on Facebook Live or watching at a later time, I know that Mike and Bob would be happy to answer any questions that you all might have. Just leave them in the comments, and if anything, I'll make sure that those get to them. Thank you so much for watching, and Bob and Mike, we can't thank you enough. Bob, you've had an incredible 2 years. You have been just an extraordinary leader. We cannot thank you enough for all that you've done. And Mike, we are just ecstatic that you're going to be the next state deputy. You've already done so much in the past, and we can't wait for a bright future. So thank you both, and thank you to all Knights of Columbus. We couldn't do what we do at Special Olympics without you. And thank you, Derek, for being our awesome moderator.
Oh, well, thank you, Mary, for asking me. And I also want to give a shout out to Claire Schonsmeyer at the St. Louis office. Her reaching out to me as well. About this and stuff. I want to thank everyone. I mean, this is the first time I've ever been a moderator in any kind of panel, so I think it went well. So I'm just glad to be able to help out when I can.
Way to go. We hope to have more of these in the future. It's great to learn more about our statewide partners, and we are so grateful for the Knights of Columbus. So y'all have a great day. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, well, I'll just sign off. Thanks a lot, Mary.
Thanks, Mike. Bye-bye.
Bye.